We've seen a lot of mergers and acquisitions activity lately, including, of course, the big deal, AT&T making a $39 billion bid for T-Mobile this week. But when will the buyout firms be getting into the action? My next guest is an expert on raising buyout money in the private equity world. Antoine Drean is the founder and chairman and chief executive of Triago, a Paris-based firm. It has raised more than $15 billion for nearly 140 funds worldwide. Antoine, great to have you with us again.
Thank you, Pimm.
So what has changed? I mean, we've seen huge amounts of M&A activity, as I just described, whether it is Charles Schwab buying Options Express or the $39 billion deal to acquire T-Mobile from Deutsche Telekom. Has that lubricated the wheels of the private equity buyout firms?
Well, it should. As you know, buyout funds have a lot of money to invest. They have roughly $500 billion of what is called dry powder, to put it work.
This is money that they have to spend, or they have to give it back after a certain portion of time.
This is money that they have to spend, and this is without the leverage, so they have a huge buying power. They will obviously try to buy nice assets, and there are already.
Is there competition, though, for those assets? Are the prices going up?
Oh, yeah. I mean, good. And when you have a lot of money looking for good deals and not so many good deals, obviously you have prices that go up, and you have competition among players. So yes.
What has the turmoil in the Middle East and the natural disaster in Japan, what has that done to the marketplace right now?
Not much yet. In Japan, obviously, Japanese investors are not thinking about what they will do next in private equity, right? They have other things to take care of. In the Middle East, the action was already rather slow, and it's even weaker now. There isn't actually much going on there. Many GPs are still going to the Middle East to try to find money. There is, but not to the extent that they think.
All right, so where is the activity now? In the secondary market, and what defines the secondary market?
There is some activity on the secondary market, definitely. What we refer to as secondaries is limited partners selling limited partnership interests. Most limited partners have been waiting for distributions from the funds they invested in for the last 2-3 years. And since most of these distributions haven't happened, they're turning to the secondary market to get this liquidity.
So by not having to go through an IPO or go through some kind of public market liquidity event, they monetize those investments by selling them to other private equity investors.
Absolutely. Or selling pieces of funds to other LPs to get the money back. Yes.
Is that necessarily a good game to be playing? I mean, because eventually doesn't someone say, okay, we have to find the real value here, not just the value within the investment community that believes that eventually it's going to pay off in the real world?
Yeah, sure. I mean, among, sellers on the secondary market have buyers in front of them, so everyone's happy. And this is going on a lot right now.
What about pension funds and their investments in private equity or in buyout funds? Have they been coming in and adding new money, or are they just waiting to still get paid from the last round?
Yeah, most of them were already over-allocated when the crisis hit. As you know, most of them have a 5 to 10% allocation to private equity. Most of them were way above after Lehman. Most of them are still way above, especially because calls are still much larger than distributions. So the problem worsens. And this is also why the secondary market is obviously a good place to be selling limited partnership interests to get some money back. And the prices are rather decent right now.
They are, so that you can actually make a little bit of money by selling those interests in the funds.
You can at least not lose much. During the first quarter of 2009, most deals were going at 10, 20 cents on the dollar. So if you had no reason to get quick cash back, you were not selling. Today, we're pretty much back to par.
We have to leave it there. Antoine Drean from Triago, thanks for your insights into private equity. Coming up.